I just wanted to say, if I may, I'm so excited about the new season.
Great. Thank you, Jay. Hang on. I got to get us started now. Welcome, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and it is Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe. It's our special year-end show, and we've put together something really special. We've got three of our favorite musicians live, so you can still get live music, but we've gone through and found some of our clips from some of our favorite moments of the previous 38 shows that we've done. I want to welcome all of you who are watching live on Facebook and our other broadcast partners. And you can still come into our Zoom room. It's really easy to do that. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, www.globalpeacetribe.com, and register. It takes like a minute to register. And then you can come into our Zoom room and join the 150 other people that are in our Zoom room. And usually we end up with anywhere from 300 to 500 people in the Zoom room. And of course, thousands of you watching on Facebook and YouTube and the other platforms of our broadcast partners. So welcome, everybody. Also, for those of you who are on Facebook, share this out. I want to acknowledge the Sign Network shares this out to about 200 pages and groups on Facebook. It's also really wonderful when you also share it on your wall. Start a watch party. In fact, if you start a watch party and you let me know, send me a Facebook private message, I'll even acknowledge the watch party that you started if you want me to. So again, we're growing, we're expanding. This started as a small, local San Francisco Bay Area fundraiser, and now we've grown into an international weekly event. And a major reason that that's happened is because of this incredible partner, professional partner that I get to work with, Deborah Giusti. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Scott. Yeah, this is going to be another special show tonight. Welcome, everyone, to our 37th show. This is the 38th show, and this is the last show of our fall season, and we're going to begin our winter season next week. And this theme tonight is Special Moments of Saturday Night Alive 2020. So this has been a crazy year, so many challenges, so many changes, not being able to connect with friends as we usually do, go to gatherings, concerts, and festivals. But we at Saturday Night Live have chosen to embrace this year as a global reset, to really see this year where the whole world is going into a mandatory spiritual retreat, to reflect on ourselves, to reflect on the world, and to reflect on really what's important in life. And with all the challenges in life, in my experience, there's always a silver lining that emerges. And for me, this has been this amazing offering of Saturday Night Alive. It's been wild, ever evolving, surprising, a bit exhausting, but totally incredible. And I have personally felt spiritually guided all along the way. And whenever you take on a project like this, it's not only you, your partner, the team, all the presenters, everyone that's been a part of it. We feel that there's definitely spiritual guidance around supporting this show and making it an inspiration and healing offering to the world, which is so needed right now for who we are calling the Global Peace Tribe. So we're going to offer you the best moments of Saturday Night Alive throughout the year. And we're celebrating the year with some of our three favorite musicians. So these are going to be video clips of our previous 37 show. So we are going to present to you video clips of Michael Bernard Beckwith, of Marianne Williamson, Deepak Chopra, Shiva Ray, Caroline Mace, Matt Kahn, Satyan and Suzanne Raja, Pato Batan and Antoinette Roots Dawahal, Krishna Das, Jeff McBride, amazing musician, Olax, Greg Braden, Andrew Harvey, Mark Sims, Howard Wills, Lynn Twist, and we're going to have live performances of Cornflower. And he is one of our amazing musicians that's been with us probably 3 or 4 times. And you'll see why as you hear him. Incredible improvisational music, channeling from spirit. We're also going to have Larissa Stowe, again, who is one of our favorite musicians. Hello, Larissa. And we love her. She did our theme song that you hear on our bumper every week. And we have Elisa Rose, who has been with us in December, and we love her. We wanted to bring her back. And this again is being supported by Jay Mayer. So I want to honor Jay and thank him for being a part of this incredible production. We love you, Jay. And we're going to play a video now from Jay that he created just to give us some high vibes.
And you know what? While I get that queued up, because we had a little bump there, here we go. It's going to be a lot of videos tonight, so bear with me.
There's no video though.
It didn't show?
No.
Nope.
Well, thank you for telling me about that. Let's try that again. You know what I'm going to do, so I apologize. Oh, all right, let's try one more time. Jay Mayer and Light Touch. Let's, and this time as we watch it and drop in, let's really drop into the visuals and the theme of all the words that this video shows us.
Beautiful.
There we go. And we do thank Light Touch for sponsoring the show and for all that Light Touch does. All right, I'm going to put the spotlight on myself here for a moment and kind of introduce, and you know, the little goof that just happened, I just want to remind the miracle of every show. After every show, Deborah and I will call each other and it's like, well, somehow we pulled it off. But you know, we're all coming from our homes and we're all using Zoom and internet and we're all so reliant on a lot of things. And tonight's going to be a little bit different because we've got so many videos to show. So it's going to take me a moment to do that. I wanted to start off with a video of Greg Braden, who was one of the people who came on the show, and we really enjoyed having Greg. And the reason I really wanted to show this one is because he talks about something that those of you have probably heard Deborah and I talk about. We really truly believe that there's this extraordinary, very large tribe of friends all around the world, and we call it the Global Peace Tribe. And it's you. If you're hearing my voice, if you're watching this, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, and by the way, about half the people who watch our show now end up watching the video recording, you are part of the Global Peace Tribe. And this global peace tribe, whatever you want to call it, I like to think of us as the imaginal cells, the butterfly cells finding each other in the dying caterpillar. And so it was pretty cool when we had Greg Braden on the show, and he basically said the same thing. Let's see what Greg has to say.
The caterpillar that is to become the monarch butterfly is a voracious eater, and it will consume and destroy its environment before it goes into the cocoon, into the chrysalis. And if you believe that we follow the natural rhythms and patterns that nature is showing us, it's a beautiful analogy for what we have done here on planet Earth. We have consumed almost to the extent where we cannot consume much longer. But the caterpillar goes into this state where everything breaks down into chaos. If you were to look inside, it's mush. It is this thick, sticky, gooey mush that looks like total chaos from inside. But then this beautiful thing begins to happen. A few specialized cells begin to awaken before the others do. They begin to awaken and recognize that something new is possible. And they are, in fact, called in biology the imaginal cells. And it is those imaginal cells that inform all of the other cells in the sticky, gooey mush that something greater is possible. And they become the organizing principle that allows the other cells then to align following what the imaginal cells now have shared is possible. Everyone in our audience tonight, everyone tuning in, everyone on this panel, and many others that may not even know are the imaginal cells in our collective awakening.
That's right. You know, and it's really so important to claim that. Each and every one of you have a very important role to play. Obviously, we're going through an incredible change in our world right now. And nobody knows really for sure how it truly started, where it's really going to end, how it's going to evolve. But each and every one of you have a very, very important role to play. So I want to just acknowledge that. You know, we always love to start with music. And so to introduce our first musical performer, here's Deborah.
Yes, music has been such an important part of this show because it raises the energy, raises the frequency, and connects us all. And this musician coming up, again, is one of our favorite musicians. I've known Larissa Stowe from the festival circuit. She has blessed the Kirtan Festival circuit, other festival circuits, and she's been amazing. And we've actually loved her so much, we used her music that she's going to play now as our theme song. So we're going to hear that right now. And thank you, Larissa, for being with us tonight and sharing your love, your spirit, and your beautiful music.
I'm grateful to be here, Deborah. Grateful to be here with everyone here tonight. It's a blessing that in this time we can still find a way to really connect with one another. Benj, you want to start? Yeah. We're going to bring it live to you tonight. The Peacemakers. This was inspired during the time of 9/11 when we were going through another crisis. And it's amazing. It amazes me how that time, like it was so intense for me. And what came out of that is it put me on my path that much more because it connected me to what truly matters, which are peace prayers and meditation and connecting to spirit. So this song was actually also inspired by James Twyman, and I just want to acknowledge him for all the work he's done on the planet. And he wrote these wonderful peace prayers in one of his books, and I was inspired to do the same thing and put music to Sermon on the Mount. So here we go. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Oh, hey. Hey, yeah. Love, 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 love your enemies. Love, 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 love your enemies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do good and good and good and good and good to those who hurt you. Do good and good and good and good and good to those who hurt you. Love, 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 love your enemies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 love your enemies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do good and good and good and good and good to those who hurt you. Do good and good and good and good and good to those who hurt you. Yeah, yeah. We shall be the peacemakers. And we shall be called the children of God. The children of God. Bless, 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 bless those who curse you. Bless, 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 bless those who curse you. Oh, and pray, pray, pray for those who abuse you. And pray, pray, pray for those who abuse you. Yeah, yeah, we shall be the peacemakers, and we shall be called the children of God, the children of God. Go, go, dropping into our bodies and feeling into like this incredible time that we're living in. It may be one of the most challenging times, the most chaotic times that we've ever lived in or we've seen in our lifetime, as Greg Braden was talking about. But this is a lifetime that we get to really feel into what truly matters within all of us. What matters at the core of who we are, on the inside, as we've been taken into the deep, deep, deep well of who we are, rather than looking out there, we begin to remember that it's our hearts, that it's love, that it's connection, that's what truly, truly matters. And just like Jesus said, that to love our enemies, it begins on the inside of ourselves. What do we come up against on the inside of who we are? What do we resist? What do we put down? What do we judge on the inside? But the truth is that it's a shift in perspective and perception. A huge shift. And it goes like this. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do good and good and good and good and good, till goodness becomes you. Do good and good and good and good and good, till goodness becomes you. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do good and good and good and good and good, till goodness becomes you. Do good and good and good, 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 till goodness becomes you. Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
We shall be the peacemakers, and we shall be called the children of love, the children of love. Love, ha, ha. Love, love,
Wow.
Oh my God, I love you guys so much. That song is so our theme song for this show. Absolutely, positively. Wow. We're going to hear from Larissa and Benj again tonight, but I want to let everybody know about, she does something amazing on Facebook. Tell us about what you are doing on Facebook.
we have a challenge right now. It's on Larissa's Shakti Love Warriors, and it is a we space. And we are super excited about this and really, really grateful to have a place for people to get to share their medicine. And we are taking turns leading a 40-day mantra challenge, the Apadamapa. It's a Rama mantra, and it's a healing mantra for the planet specifically right now, and for the healing of our bodies, the healing of one another as we're going through this crisis. So one of my people in the community, Jason, actually asked if we could do this 40-day challenge. And it's a we space. So when we open that up to the community is like, yes, we're all in. So we've got people, like hundreds of people, joining in the Ra mantra with us. And even if you start tomorrow, and I lead on Thursdays, and we have other people leading the rest of the week, like at 11. Thank you, Benj. At 11 a.m., and we start the mantra at 11:11, which has been our time to do meditation throughout this whole pandemic. It just started one day with me feeling like I had to share what was downloaded about the virus itself. And after sharing about it, Spirit was like, okay, people need this. People need a place to connect every day and to drop into Spirit. And we need a place for us to connect as community, just like we're all doing here and you all were inspired to do as well. It's like we need this. We need these places where we can connect with each other, drop into our spirit, and choose love rather than fear, rather than collapsing into fear.
Wow.
So The Ram mantra is really, really powerful. So I invite y'all to jump on in, and you can go back and do. Okay, you want to hear just one? It's a freight train. Okay. Okay. Ready? Om Mapadamapa Hataram Dataram Sarva Sampadam Loka Biramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. That's one. So we do that 100. Well, actually, we do it 54. Some of our people lead 54, and we have a video for people to do the other 54. And some of us lead 108 so that you get the full 108.
All right. So everybody go to Facebook right now. Go to Facebook and just put in Larissa Shakti Love Warriors Group. There it is. I've got it up on screen share for us to look at for a moment. And there's a lot going on. And then definitely click the little button, to follow. So every day at 11 o'clock, I'm on it. So I'll be doing my thing. And all of a sudden I get the little thing, Larissa Stowe, 11 a.m. It's like, oh, God, stop what I'm doing to get over there. So thank you.
Awesome, Scott.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your message. The message of this song. A lot of the people in our Zoom room were saying that they were crying listening to it. And it is the message for these times, and all the holiday season, people get so wrapped up with everything, but it is all about peace, and it is about no more enemies. So thank you for who you both are and your beautiful hearts.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody's beautiful comments. We were very touched. It's so beautiful to connect with everyone. Thank you. Awesome.
All right. We'll see you guys in a little while.
Yes, we'll be back.
Deborah, what's up next?
Amazing. This is going to be one of my favorite shows because I get to experience all of my favorite people. And this teacher has been an icon in the yoga movement. And she was with us a couple of times, and we just wanted to bring her back. Spiritual practice at this time is so important. This is when we really need to drop into a consistent practice. And she has traveled the world all over, leading yoga workshops all over the world, and is featured as a keynote speaker at the conference. We're talking about Shiva Ray, and she's going to lead a beautiful movement practice to continue to raise a vibration for this beginning of the show with you.
So, if people feel so inspired, wherever you are at home, stand up and do the movement with her, or at least feel the energy through your body as she leads us through this brief yogic practice.
I want to say to everybody, as we bring our hands to our heart, you can see the sun is just set on the horizon. But this is our basic movement meditation. We keep rising again. We keep rising again. That is the everyday miracle. So your thumbs together, feet hip distance apart. As we slowly open our arms, we're feeling our kinesphere. The field, the electromagnetic, ever pulsating, changing. As our hands come together, turn your hands downward, and as you exhale, decompress any dissonance, which is very natural in these times. So you find that steadiness towards the earth. Inhale from your feet, welcoming the breath together, opening this evening. Of course, in gratitude, here we are together in the quantum space, all over the world. So I'd like for you to feel with me a contemporary rhythm that we can merge the solar and the lunar, earth and sky. And if you like, take your feet a little wider so that your toes are out and your heels are in. And the same movement. And so now we're helping our hips to breathe, to open the roots. Now as our hands come down, we're going to change the mudra. This is Vira Mudra, as I've learned it in my Kalari, a sacred place for martial art practice of peace. Cross your arms Your palms are open. Come to your heart. Now, emanate your hands and let's breathe and move together. Cross your arms, feeling the courage from the inner fire emanate. Same time, stay steady. In that fierce grace. Now, let's take a break as we come up. You feel prana mudra. Slowly straighten your legs. And I want you to take a circle in the space and feel your family, your friends, and all creation, this global time. So we can go into a simple kriya. You draw your hands down to your heart. Feel that inner strength. And then radiate that to each other.
You know, I'm remembering that when she did that with us, she was, of course, coming from her home. And I think she already has done 3 times she's been with us. But that particular night, there was a fire. It was wildfire season. There was a wildfire. And she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to do it with us. You can actually see a little bit of the smoky background. And again, that's just reminding me how amazing it is, how so many of our presenters and musicians, how we all come together, even in the midst of wildfires. And she kept texting saying, I don't know, Scott, we might get evacuated. We might get evacuated, or you might hear helicopters. But God bless her, she came through and really
And
delivered.
after the show, the fire stopped. So she feels like the power of the show actually helped protected her land because it was coming right at her. So that's really amazing too.
Yeah, wow. Thanks for adding that. I'd forgotten that.
Mm.
It's amazing. It really is. Well, this next person that we're going to present is somebody I'm sure that you probably all know, and it's Reverend Michael Beckwith. And we're going to actually have the Reverend on twice tonight, 2 clips. This first clip is meditation. On every show, we always do at least 1 meditation. And so we wanted to have Reverend Michael share meditation with us, again by video clip. And it's a short one, but I want to encourage everybody to drop in. Let's really drop in and connect with Reverend Michael.
We're going to wake up every single day with that sense of gratitude, walk with that feeling tone, and then we're pulled by something so magnificent about us. Now, let us enter into that field together. I invite you to close the outer eye and begin to feel within your own heart and soul right now just a deep sense of gratitude for anything at all. A deep sense of thankfulness for anything at all. A deep sense of appreciation for anything at all. We begin to notice that when we are in gratitude and thanksgiving and dynamic appreciation, our perceptual windows become so clean and clear, and we're able to see better. We see through the parent's world, the world of effects and circumstances, and we recognize the smile of God in every flower. We recognize the bending of every tree to the divinity that's within us. We recognize the holy ground of the earth breathing its love for us. Our perceptual windows become so clean and clear. We recognize the presence that is never an absence. And now with a deep inhalation, release of the sigh of ah. We feel one with this presence. It's not separate. It's not distant. It's right here. It's right now, our life. And it is from this awareness that the very word that is being spoken right now is truly a vibrational law unto itself that only knows its own unfolding. Spoken with the authority of one knowing that all that there is a manifestation of the only thing that is, which is the light, the love, the beauty, and the intelligence and the presence that is never absent. I embrace each and every individual that's tuning in right here and right now to this magnificent community, Saturday Night Alive community, knowing as I am lifted up into this rarefied atmosphere of absolute truth, I draw each and every individual into this frequency of wholeness, this quantum field of beauty and of love and intelligence, abundance, that we feel all of our needs met. We feel divine health and wholeness and well-being. We feel transcendent knowledge becoming active within us, creative intelligence. We feel duly supported, connected, and never neglected. We feel it in our bones, in our soul. And we come back again to giving thanks that it is already done in the quantum field. It's already done in the mind heart of the infinite. Now, we're allowing it to be done through us. And we're allowing it to be done as us. Our bones cry out, it is, therefore I am. It is, therefore I am. It is, therefore I am. And so let it be. And so it is.
Got a little bit caught up there in just the beauty of his sharing. One thing, I guess from a technology point of view, I'm noticing is because we've got all these different video clips, some of them are at different audio settings. So I just want to acknowledge that maybe sometimes that some of tonight might be louder, some of it might be softer. So those of you watching, all of you watching at home, you may need to adjust the audio accordingly. But what a blessing to have people at the consciousness of Reverend Michael leading us in meditations, the consciousness of Shiva Ray leading us in our practice. And all of these amazing speakers, presenters, musicians like Larissa are here to inspire us. And that's really, for me, the most important word for this show has been inspiration, for this show to really be a source of inspiration during this extraordinary time in which we are going through this remarkable pandemic, and as we all kind of play our role as butterfly cells. So the next presenter is also very inspiring. And it was really, really wonderful. This video I'm about to show just happened. Deborah and I hosted a supporters online party for people that have been very supportive of our show. And we had it last week. And Matt Kahn, one of our favorite speakers, showed up, and which was really a delight. And so I've taken a little clip of what Matt had to say just last week. And I encourage you all to enjoy this. It's an important message for all of us at this time.
You know, I just want to thank you both and all of you for being here tonight and having me on your show. And, you know, we were talking earlier about growing up in Los Angeles, and I grew up in the entertainment industry. And when I first came in this field of consciousness, I was kind of a lone wolf and found a lot of competition versus collaboration. And so I've been kind of doing my own thing and just doing what I'm called to do, which is represent the vibration of love, and to be a part of this kind of collaboration where we can all bring our strengths to the forefront and we can all share with an audience and bring the kind of inspiration and the kind of love and the kind of energetic sustenance that so many of us and so many in the world really need right now, in a time of uncertainty, in a time when, and I know I'm not the oldest person in the world, but when I first was on this path, it was really interesting. And it's been interesting up until the last year, because I think there's something about exploring consciousness in the vacuum of going to a bookstore, going to an event, a yoga studio. You've chosen to go there. It's a controlled setting. You're choosing to do the inquiry. You have this fundamental impression that you're controlling the pace of the journey and the terms and conditions. And one of the things that I appreciate about 2020 is that all of what we've learned and what we've hopefully practiced puts us in a position where the spiritual path is now of necessity, not of luxury or choice. And that really, life on life's terms really gives us less and less options. And I think what we discover is when we have less options, the directions become quite obvious. There's a path of relief, there's a path of insufferability. And I'm just humbled to represent a love that holds a container that can embrace the human spirit for whatever degree of suffering needs to be before willing to step forward and take the direction we're all meant to take. And so I find these to be very humbling times. And I find these to be extraordinary times because it really helps us see what teachings are really approachable, are practical, and really are going to lead us where we're meant to be. And so I was joking earlier and I said, when you've been trained to be a firefighter, the flames can't get big enough. And I just want to thank all of you here for being fellow firefighters, and all of us really who are just in the presence of these flames of grace that are melting away such delusion and unconsciousness and really bringing the divine feminine back into equal power. And so many beautiful things are happening, but we're all doing this together. It's not a matter of what I'm doing, it's a matter of what we're all doing together. And so I just wanted to come on briefly. I can't be on that long, but just to say, hey, thank you for having me. And thank you all for everything that we're doing to really create the kind of world that we've been all preparing for. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much,
Beautiful.
Matt. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was pretty special to have him show up and, listening to it. What beautiful words. The flames of grace melting away the delusions. And do you notice how so many of our speakers are thanking you, are acknowledging you, our audience, all of us, for this role, these roles that we are playing? It's really powerful. I'm going to bring Deborah back on for a minute because we want to encourage all of you to join our upcoming winter season. We're meeting every day. We're working with two other wonderful staff people, Diana Maxwell and Laura Marr, and then of course Jay and Jan, putting together 13 more shows. And we'll kind of go through and tell you a little bit more about those shows later tonight, but it's very, very exciting. And Deborah, what are you most excited about with the new season? Oh, you're muted, hon.
I'm excited about continuing to connect and create, because it's still not opened up for us. So this is such an important way for us to connect. And we really try to stay on the pulse of what's happening and what people want to hear and what's really valuable for us right now. So we have a lot of incredible themes, a lot of incredible keynotes and musicians, and new ones we're going to bring on. And I think, Scott, we wanted to share the different events that were happening and show the grid on it.
Sure. I'll pull that up.
And we will put the link in the chat box so that you can sign up tonight. We also have the link in the email that comes out with the replay. And You can also give this as a gift to someone you love. So we're going to put those links on there. So this is really fun to create this, and so much powerful topics that we have. On next week, January 22nd, we are going to celebrate co-creating the optimum 2021, because we know we are the masters of our reality, and we are going to create a positive 2021. January 9th, we are going to tune into the angels and miracle healing. We have some incredible speakers coming on that are very tapped into the angelic realm and miracles. January 16th, we are going to be honoring Martin Luther King, building community convergence. This is such an important theme for our time, such an opening of consciousness. January 23rd, transitioning times, let us all be prepared. We are going to look at all levels of survival and shifting with the times with some of the experts. And January 30th, this has been one of our most important and popular shows where we bring in the Indigenous wisdom. So this is going to be understanding reunification with Indigenous people. I want to honor Jay Mayer for sponsoring both the Angels and Miracles show and Indigenous people. Those are his loves, and we're going to bring those to you. Scott, do you want to share about February?
Sure. So on February 6th, we're bringing back Mark Sims, one of our favorite speakers. And he's going to be sponsoring a show all about a new way that we can have direct communication back and forth with our star family. He and I have been talking a lot about it, and it's a very, very special show. On February 13th, it's Valentine's weekend. And so doing a show all about love and the most important love of all. So if you want to learn about that, definitely come on February 13th. You know, once every quarter, we do a show with Teresa Collins and Global Coherence. And she always brings on amazing people like Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton. And so that's going to be the February 20th show. And then on February 27th, again, thank you, Jay Mayer and Light Touch. We always, once every quarter, we do a show all about optimizing our health, the latest breakthroughs in healing and improving our health. And Deborah, tell us about the final four shows.
Yeah, March 6th, one of our other most popular shows have been about empowerment of women and the divine feminine. So on March 6th, we are going to have feminine leadership changing our world. And that is definitely happening. And we're going to highlight that with some incredible women leaders and speakers. March 13th is going to be a very unique show, understanding and communicating with our animal family, because we feel more than ever our pets have become our beloveds during this time of COVID, and they have so much to teach and share with us. March 20th, we always use the strong portals. This is going to be activating the spring equinox portal. And March 27th, we are leaving open. We're going to be going for the surveys that you have turned in and choosing what you're asking us to do a topic on. So I've posted the links in the chat room. Please sign up. When you sign up, we request donations, and that's what helps us produce this show for you, send it out freely. So we really appreciate your donations. That's what helps us do this quality show for you and continue and have us be inspired and bring on a good team so we can do this quality of show for you. So thank you so much for your donations when you register.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. And, you know, I want to acknowledge for a moment one of the other great things about this show is we've raised over $65,000 that we've given nonprofit organizations and individuals that are going through challenges, people that lost their homes in the wildfires. So your donations help to support our show, help to support our community. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And you can give it away as a gift. Important to still give it away. So the link is there so you can give it to your beloveds.
I think we've got some music coming up next.
Yeah, next we have a really special performer. She was with us at the end of November in our community show, and I've known for a while, and we love her so much. Her music just graces like angelic, and she's beautiful. Her music is beautiful. Thank you so much, Elisa Rose, for coming on with us. Love you so much. Please share your music with us.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Larissa and Benji. That was so beautiful. I'm really honored to be here with all of you. We are in such a portal of transformation personally and collectively right now. And this song that I want to share with you came from a realization that all I could do is take the next step, that all I had to do was receive the next breath, and that each step and each breath we are guided, and all we get to do is get really intimate with what's right here now and let our minds and our bodies relax and open to what's here right now. So the song is called Beautiful Day, for it is one, and it's my pleasure to share it with you. Something awakening to see already enough. I'm free, for this is a beautiful day to open our hearts. And this is the perfect time to embrace what you are. Sweet surrender, the space between my words, rest in your center, within the chaos of this world. One foot in front of another, each step we take is one breath after another. Savor what is given today, for this is a beautiful day to open our hearts, and this is the perfect time to love and celebrate all you are. We are in a safe space to surrender attempts
delightful, delightful song. Thank you so much. God, what a voice. Ah, just beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're
We're
so
gonna
welcome.
we'll get a little more from Elisa Rose later today, but I just want to direct everybody to her website. And she spells her name Elisa, Elisa Rose, Rose. So elisarose.com. And that's where we can learn all about her, how to work with her, learn more about her music. What are some of the things that people are going to find on your website there, Elisa?
Well, on top of my music and some writing, you're going to be invited to play with me in what I call inner body alchemy, which is the work of allowing our bodies to lead. So we use our voices, we use different somatic therapy techniques, and I love, like, it's my highest excitement helping everyone get in touch with their creative power and their expression through their body. So I have all sorts of offerings around that, and if you're wanting to explore your own gifts and you have fears and insecurities, stories about, you know, it not being the time, you being past that time, you not being able, like, let's blow through those together, because now is the time. And as we bring forward what is within us, it is medicine to everyone else. So I'm totally devoted to that. And that's really the heart of where my music is coming from, is let's all open up and start sharing our voices and find our bodies to be the allies to create safety so we can do that. So that's where the somatic work weaves in. So
Beautiful. Thank you for
yeah.
that. So the best way for people, if they are interested in learning more about that, is to go to the website.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Elisa. And Elisa's going to be back, and we've got something really special that we're going to show you with Elisa a little bit later on in the show. So definitely join us for that. Thank you again, Elisa.
Thank you all.
You know, we have two companion shows that go along with this, with Saturday Night Live. Every Friday night, I do a show called Straight Talk. It's on Friday evenings, and it's where we kind of go deeper into conversations. And then on Sunday mornings, I do a show called Sacred Sundays. And when the murder of George Floyd happened, my partner, Trish, and I dedicated 6 consecutive Friday nights to Black Lives Matter. And one of the shows we had on was all about the Walls of Mom up in Portland, Oregon. And that gave me the opportunity to meet and get to know an amazing woman named Antoinette Hall. And I really enjoyed working with Antoinette. And she's married to Pato Banton, who many of you might know. He's a very well-known reggae artist, and pretty famous reggae artist at that. And so I got to know Pato, and then we had both of them on our show twice, including a show all about relationships, because it turns out they have a beautiful relationship. He has 11 children, all by previous marriages. And she's adopted him and his family, and he's adopted her, and they've come together, and they're an amazing couple. And so I'm going to show a segment from one of our relationship shows that we did with Pato and Antoinette, and we actually got them to do a duet together. And this music is so inspiring, just like what we just heard from Elisa, what we heard from Larissa, so much inspiration. And I think you're really going to enjoy the energy of Pato and Antoinette as a beautiful, dynamic, powerful couple, and the music that they have to share when they do this spontaneous duet for us. Here we go.
I don't know. I would probably say that's probably a spiritual divineness or something.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's a desire to be kind to each other, to love each other, to grow spiritually, and to become mature. You know, I think that's what we're going through, a mature relationship.
We all have exes.
But you know, that is true. And I think that is when we're younger, love is based on sexual attraction and fantasy. And mature love is radical acceptance of who we truly are in our humanness and then supporting each other to be the divine embodiment that we want to be, not what our partner thinks we should be, what we want to be. Does that resonate for you all?
Yes, and plus all of
100%.
our children were already adults by the time we actually got together. So that, like you said, a mature relationship. So all the other parenting and new relationships, all that stuff was already in the past. So coming together as mature adults now, in this time, we've already learned a lot from our past relationships, and learned a lot of different lessons that we were able to grow from, going into our relationship now.
And I think together with the fact that we're still striving to grow, we're still hungry to learn, we still want to share. So it's a combination of not becoming comfortable at whichever stage we are, but just to continue just growing and learning and living and becoming more accepting, And they say, the fruits of the spirit are love, joy, happiness, and a lot of patience, And so we continue to be patient with each other as we grow, into our divinehood, I think we all have the spirit within us, the spirit of divinity within us. It's just for our human way of thinking to choose that and to become that and to be brave enough to be that,
I love everything you said. I just want to riff on to be brave enough, to be brave enough.
Is that okay?
Beautiful.
All right. So I want everybody please to give me a peace sign. And we want to say peace and love. I think I'm going to sit down to start. So many problems in this world that we're living in. So many people feel like giving in. Life is a struggle, but we keep on juggling. Poor man hustling, money man bustling. Yes, we're moving at a fast pace, but I don't want to be in a no rat race. Cause there's more to life than material things. Everyone count your blessings, and we got to give thanks and praise as we look forward to brighter days. Cause I know with a little faith, everything is gonna be okay. I believe that love, oh love, sweet love, is the greatest thing. Love, oh love, sweet love, is the greatest thing. Again, love, oh love, sweet love, is the greatest thing in the world. Huh. No I know it might sound quite delirious, but I believe this is the age of Aquarius. And I know it might sound quite precarious, still I believe this is the age of Aquarius. I can hear the call, I can see the signs, I can feel your love, I can sense the vibes in my heart and soul, in my conscious mind. I know it's revelation time, time for more justice, more equal rights, more peace and love, more truth and light. A time to rise to higher heights, closer to light and life. You see, true love is truly contagious, gentle, kind, meek, mild, and courageous. To spread love is so advantageous. Tag your it, now spread the virus of love. Oh, love, sweet love. It's your turn, come on. Love, oh, love, sweet love. It's the greatest thing I can love. Oh, love, sweet love. It's the greatest thing in the world. Can you take it to the bridge? You can have the gift of prophecy and understand the secret mysteries. Have enough faith to part the deepest sea. But if you ain't got love, you got nothing. Love is the key to eternity. Love is the truth that will set you free. Love is a gift from the Almighty. I believe, yes, I believe that love, oh love, sweet love, is the greatest thing. Love, oh love, sweet love, it's the greatest thing I can love. Oh love, sweet love, it's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mix me down, mix me. Well, as a student of the Universal University, I believe there can be harmony within diversity, unity within a multiracial community, a society providing equal opportunity. Some may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm a believer, transmitter, receiver, a truth revealer, spreading the words of my master teacher. All over the world we are gonna reach you. Love, oh love, sweet love. It's a great, your turn. Love, oh love, sweet love. It's the greatest thing I can love. Oh love, sweet love. It's the greatest thing in the world. You go earthwalk, you go earthwalk. Acoustic. Love, oh love, sweet love. It's the greatest thing. Love, oh love, sweet love, it's the greatest thing I can love. Oh love, sweet love, it's the greatest thing. Divine masculine, divine feminine, just divine. It's the greatest thing in the world. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste.
Everybody, let's twinkle them. I've got it on gallery view so everybody can see us. Thank you so much. It's just one of the most magical moments we've had on this show. Absolutely.
Oh, that sequence just, I mean, I love, there they are, and he's at home, and this is an international reggae star who's traveled the world, played with Peter Gabriel on the WOMAD tour, and there he is in his home wanting to make sure that the computer's just right, and then delivering such a beautiful, exquisite song. Yeah, that just really, it's moments like that that I just love this show so much. All right, well, the hits just keep on coming, and I'm going to turn it back over to Deborah to introduce a very, very special one of our favorite presenters. Take it away, Deborah.
Thank you, Scott. Yes, definitely. This woman is magic. Marianne Williamson is one of our most special speakers. You know her as a best-selling author, political activist, spiritual thought leader, but she also ran for Congress and she ran for president to get the positive message out there to try to shift things. So we invited her on to a very special show that we had, which was entitled Election Recovery. It was right after the election. It was when Joe Biden did his speech. It was lots of people came on the show to watch. It was a really important time for us to come together and really unify towards a positive future that we could make. And definitely Marianne was about that. So that's what you're going to hear from her now.
And so I'm going to ask that you join with me. And remember that America has two, one of the things that Biden said in his talk tonight was he referred to what Lincoln said about the better angels of our nature. If it was 200 years ago and you talked about, there was no modern psychology, Freud hadn't been born yet. And if you talked hundreds of years ago to someone about inclusion and kindness and tolerance and compassion and mercy and forgiveness, they would say, oh, you mean angels. And if you talked about meanness and judgmentalness and unkindness and cruelty, they would say, oh, you mean demons. And then we thought we were so smart, we left concepts like that behind. But what are those facets of our character, except the angels and the demons within us? Tonight, let's dedicate ourselves to the angels of our better nature. Tonight is not a night to say, well, I'm Democrat or I'm Republican or I'm Green or I'm Libertarian or I don't believe in the political system. Tonight is the night to remember we're Americans and we're never going to agree about everything, and we don't have to. In what relationship? In a marriage, in a love affair, are you going to agree about everything? Intimacy is about knowing how to navigate the fact that you're not always going to agree, not about the fact that you do always agree. So I just want to complete with a prayer for forgiveness for our country. I think all of us need it tonight. Dear God, we place our country in your hands, and we ask that a great wave of forgiveness wash us clean. May all the walls that would divide us, our judgments about each other, dear God, remove them tonight. We pray for Donald Trump and we pray for Joe Biden. We pray for them both. And we pray for all Americans. And we pray for our country, dear God, that has been so divided. May there be a miraculous healing now. Repair us, dear God. Make all our crooked places straight, heal our wounds. Restore our decency and our love for each other. Tonight, break the chain. May we remember tonight that oneness which is your presence within us. In this we are united. We drop our judgment, we drop our blame, we drop our hatred. And in this moment of love, may miracles be called forth. And so it is. We all say, amen.
Whoa. Marianne, before we show your website, as you talked about our founding fathers, I remembered a remarkable thing, which some people might not know. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were bitter, bitter rivals. In fact, the very first time a sitting president lost a re-election campaign was when John Adams lost to Thomas Jefferson. Bitter rivals, and did you know that they both died on the same day, and that day was July 4th, 1826. You can look it up. They both died within hours of each other. And the reason I bring this up is that there was something about their polarity that crafted the Union. It took that polarity. And I really truly like to believe that it was almost like they came in and they went out together and they did their job. And part of that job was debating with each other, was offering different perspectives, was having a different vision, the combination of which created our country. So sometimes there's a greater spiritual picture than we can imagine.
You know, not only did they both die 50 years to the day after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but Jefferson died several hours before Adams. Jefferson died at Monticello, of course, in Virginia, and John Adams died in Massachusetts. Now, there were no telephones, et cetera, at that time. John Adams' last words were, he looked into the distance and he said, "Jefferson lives." Nobody knows. Now, there's another interesting thing about that. I think it was Adams to Jefferson. I think it was Jefferson. I think it was Adams to Jefferson. And it was after they were both no longer in office, the enemies that they had become, as you said. And one of them wrote to the other and said, "Let us die. Let us not die without having learned to," I can't remember if he said, "love each other" or "forgive each other," and began a correspondence. Let us not die without our having come back together, because they'd begun as friends. And that began the correspondence and the long correspondence that got them back to that place. You know, there've been a lot of stories along that line. Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford became very good friends. And of course, the senior Bush and Clinton. So
yeah,
there are a lot of interesting stories about how people, after they have been presidents, where they go in their hearts afterwards.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of them going into their hearts like that during, but you know.
Thank you so much. Isn't it interesting how some of the themes just keep coming together? You know, Lewis's song today, all about giving up enemies, learning to let go of that, and what we were just talking about with Marianne. You know, and I think that was so much. I want to really make it clear that our show is non-political. We don't take a political stance, but we do take a strong stance for love, a strong stance for compassion, a strong stance for really seeking to understand each other. And that's such an ongoing theme. The music of our musical artists, the message from our favorite inspirational speakers is we all have a right to our opinions, to our beliefs, but to be tolerant, to be compassionate, and not to polarize. Such an important message. One of the other elements of our show is entertainment. And obviously we have inspirational speakers and we have amazing musicians, but we also bring on entertainers. And Deborah has been really wonderful about that, finding some comedians and people. And one of my favorite entertainers that we had came through Danyan Brinkley. When we had Danyan on the show, we were featuring Danyan in one of our shows and actually honoring him. And he brought on his buddy, Terry Fader. Terry actually won America's Got Talent. This is just a very short clip of Terry and his amazing ventriloquist abilities. And it's a pretty sweet song, so enjoy. It's short.
This is Winston, the impersonated turtle. If you saw me on America's Got Talent, can I tell him? Yeah. I won America's Got Talent. You did, wow. Yeah. And by the way, he won America's Got Talent. I couldn't deny it. He did his impression of Roy Orbison. Crying over you. So that's his, but that's what we did to win it. But the very first song we ever sang together, I think is incredibly appropriate for tonight. Can I tell him what it is? Yeah. It's, well, I do my impression of, I hold Kermit the Frog here. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Okay, Terry, you sing like Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong? Yeah, okay. I see skies of blue
clouds are white, bright blessed day, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. There ain't much more than I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, you finish. What a wonderful world.
Thank you, Scott.
I love that. Isn't it fun also seeing all the people from our shows who are kind of, singing along and tuning in? It's really quite a delight. So the other, we've had comedians and we also love magicians. And so having magicians has really been fun. And we were very, very blessed that there's a world famous magician named Jeff McBride. We've had him on the show 3 times, and he's so popular, he started sending his students to us. And so most of the magicians that we've had have either been Jeff or his students. And now to one of my favorite sections, this is Jeff McBride providing some very special magic, very specific to Saturday Night Alive and our theme of unification.
It's wonderful to be here, and I'm quite honored to be in this grouping tonight, and it's wonderful to be back. And this is a time of initiation for all of us. In magical traditions all over the world, initiates are often blindfolded and in the darkness until that time when they should face the light. And today, many of us feel cut off from the light, darkened by the times. But the real magic happens when we reach out and we embrace and transform that darkness and realize that there are people all over the world that feel just like us right now, today. And how do they feel? Many of them feel cut off, just like separate grains of salt, the salt of the earth, the salt of planet Earth. But without unity, there can be no transformation. So what is going to happen? What is going to happen with all of us being separate? We need a little magic in this world, and we need, through unity, joining together our hearts, minds, and spirits, we can take all those little separate pieces of our lives, of our cultures, of our misunderstandings, and join together in one love and in one world. This little blue marble that we are spinning around on in our galaxy, in our cosmos, it is so fragile. It is so fragile. At this time, we're feeling the fragility of the individual and the planet. But by uniting ourselves, by uniting our breath, by uniting our hearts, by uniting our minds, and by uniting our spirits, we can accomplish real magic in this world. And what magic is that? That magic is not illusion. That magic is the ascension of planet Earth. When we unite our hearts and our minds and our spirits, we can accomplish the impossible, the ascension of planet Earth. So today, if you feel enraged, know that that rage is power to be transformed through the alchemy of our creativity and our compassion. So if you see red, remember that that is the fire of the alchemists. And fire is here to be transformed. So take that energy, whatever it is, and I will teach you a secret spell that can transform all of this rage into magic that can transform the world. This is the secret key. The other is here. This is one, that is the other. I'm Jeff McBride, and I'll be back later in the show to teach you some more magic.
Jeff, I've become 10 years old watching you. It's beautiful watching Swami Steve and Caroline. I'm going to actually do the spotlight on a couple of people who are applauding.
Love magic.
Isn't that wonderful? And how he ties it into what we're all about. Oh my gosh.
Magic is visual metaphor, and we are all alchemists. My job is to remind everybody that they're the magician in their lives with the power to transform the world around them and themselves. Start here and it moves out from there. I'll be back a little bit later on. Let's stay on track today.
All right, Jeff, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you so much. Oh gosh. I sure hope that all of you at home are enjoying this show as much as I am. It's a lot of work to put it together, but just seeing all these pieces, it's really a delight. We're hoping to have a very special guest. To that special guest, if you can hear me, you are available to come on. You just need to turn your camera on so we can see that you're able to be with us. I think our special guest is still kind of pulling it together. So I'm going to bring on Deborah, and it is just about time. We actually have this really cool little trailers that Jay has created. So it's time. We'll start by playing the trailer for the Global Peace Tribe announcements. I'm trying to get our other person to come on board, but his camera's not going on. We've got a very special guest that you're going to enjoy. But for right now, let's start with the announcements video. Yeah, that's our little cue that we want you to join the tribe. Join us. And that's kind of like our big message for tonight, is we want you to join us. Deborah, I think I hear something. I think I hear some bells.
Oh, you're talking about the very special guest that we have.
That's right. Do you want to introduce what's going to happen here?
Yeah, this is a very special being. We wanted this being to come on live because he's been doing a lot lately. He's a being of love. He's a being of magic. And you might call him an ascended being. He loves everyone. He can bilocate all over the world. He's all knowing and he gives presents to everyone. So I'd like to bring on the amazing Saint Nick. Saint Nick, are you here with us?
Hello, boys and girls. Hello. Merry after Christmas.
Hey, Saint Nick, I know you've had just a really big night recently. You've been around the world, checking everything out, giving so many presents, giving so much love. Can you share your secrets of how you can do all this? And I'm wondering if you're tired, or do you have secrets for self-care as well?
Oh, the questions. You give me way too much credit. The magic is everywhere, as your previous guests are saying and singing about love, oh, love, sweet love. Always wanted to be a reggae star. I got a different job, but that's okay. But really, 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 you got to stop giving Santa all the credit. The magic is with you. The magic is you. And everything I can do, you can do also. I think some of your great masters have tried to teach you that as well. And when you remember that you are that magic, then self-care comes along with the package. It takes care of itself, if you will, when you are the self with a capital S. And you too can present yourself and manifest yourself everywhere. Look at all of you now, zooming yourselves all around the place in this zoomosphere. You are practicing for bilocation. You got this.
Thank you, Santa. And yeah, it's been a pretty strange year this year, been really different with this COVID thing. I was wondering how it affects you, or is it teaching us something, or what do you have to say with this whole COVID reality?
Yeah, what a twist, huh? Wow. In ways, COVID made things a little easier on me because all of you had a chance to remember again in different ways the things that are most important, right? The being together, the watching out for the things you take for granted, allow you to be more grateful for the little things. And since so many of you were not able to travel, just learning to connect with each other in a deeper way here through your screen hearts and in a deeper way through just this knowing that it's not always taken for granted and what each of you do affects the other. That's a big lesson that's been a gift here in COVID also, as we dare to look at what are the gifts being presented by this. Obviously many folks having a very hard time, and our heart goes out to them. And for all of us, the gift of what can we gain from this? What can we remember? Much better word. What can we remember from this? So the COVID just brings us together and allows us to look at it. It happened at a time where we had this amazing technology to bilocate each other like this. So COVID is in itself an opportunity to remember.
Thank you, St. Nick's, for such great wisdom. And I know that you're known for giving a lot of presents, but what I've heard is that your true teaching is to really give presents. Can you teach us more about that?
Yes, indeed. What another paradox of the game, right? That we get so caught up in presents, and I have to take some of the credit and blame for that. I wanted to give presents to everyone, and then people wanted to be like me, so everyone wants to give presents to everyone, but not the gift, not the box, not the thingy. The presence as being who you are, being present with each other, paying attention, feeling the love that you have, but also feeling where the other person's coming from, right? The Christmas presence is your ability to bring you, the magic that you are, to the situation, to the moment, right? To access that inner Santa, to be the Santa you want to see in the world, right? To that's where it's at. That's the magic, the Christmas magic, the Christmas presence is you. Yes, you right there. And that's the gift of Christmas and all that Santa's trying to do. You know, I don't need you to believe in me. Believe in you. You are the gift. Ho 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 ho. Merry Christmas and
Thank you,
Happy New Year
Santa.
while
Can
you're
you
at it.
leave us with that special healing treatment that you, when you were over in Hawaii, that you created? Can you leave us with that?
Well, yes, of course, we can do that. Well, you know how I like to give the chant, the ho ho ho. Well, for my friends in Hawaii, I thought I'd try a little something different one year. Seems like it caught on. Ho ho ho, a pono pono. Ho, 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 ho. So you can use it that way. You can be jolly in whatever way it's jolly for you. Access what you love. Is it animals or arts or kids or whatever it is that brings you the most joy? Tap into that and share it with everyone. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Santa. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
What
We
a pleasure.
love you. We love you.
You know, you guys are doing it. You are the global peace tribe. That's what we're doing, remembering we're tribe in peace, the whole planet, and like you see here, in the whole cosmos. You are the cosmic story all swirling together. Much love to you all. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, that is really, really fun. Thank you, Saint Nick. And I love what he said. Let's all be the Santa we want to see in the world. That's a pretty good message, I think. All right, well, we've got something fun that's about to happen. Just keeping it rolling here. And want to thank Light Touch and Jay Mayer for sponsoring the show and sponsoring our Global Peace Tribe announcements. And we always want to start by thanking you for watching and all the people that have registered tonight. We see a lot of registrations coming in, and so that really is exciting. So yes, please come on and register. Deborah's putting the links in again to where you can register, and she'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. And I also really want to thank our broadcast partners. You know, a lot of you are watching on Facebook, and of course, a lot of you are in our Zoom room. And it's because of all of our broadcast partners. So thank you to Unify. Thousands and thousands of people watch us on Unify, usually anywhere from 10,000 to 25,000 views for each show come through Unify. Thank you to John and Summer Raymer from the Sign Network there who get us out to all sorts of different Facebook groups and pages. Awake TV is a very exciting network. And of course, Light Touch, our sponsor of tonight's show, and they sponsor 1 or 2 shows a month for us. A lot of you watch us on Alan Steinfeld's YouTube channel, New Realities. And of course, my company, Love Coach Academy. We also want to thank our other broadcast partners, Earth Dance Global, Humanities Team, Portal to Ascension, Disclosure Fest, Global Days of Unity, Earthwalk, and newearth1.com. Thank you, everybody. And it's pretty cool how the broadcast partners keep expanding as our show keeps growing. So thank you. And again, now to come on and continue with our special mid-show announcements, my partner, Deborah.
And I want to thank you so much from my heart. Your donations when you register really help us produce the show and bring on incredible people to help us put it out. So thank you so much for your donations. Also, we want to share with you the show that we have next week. We are continuing January 2nd, and it's going to be co-creating the optimum 2021 for us all. And we've got some great speakers to really bring in that positive vision that we can all co-create together for 2021. We have Maureen St. Germain, we have Shaman Jorge Luis Delgado, we have Satyan and Susan Raja. We have incredible musician Kristen Hoffman, who she's going to do a very special process for us. We have Pollyanna Bush, Terry Woolman, and again, Magic with Sean Jay. And we have another very special speaker that we hope we're going to confirm on Monday, and then we're going to put out the information. So please join us then. And again, we have a link there where you can give this away as a gift, the winter season, which is January through March. So think about who you can give this away to, and even people that may not know about it. Just send it to them, give it away, sign up for them. All you have to do is put their email in there and they will get this special gift. So think about how you can spread this message of love and light and positiveness for the winter season with people. So thank you so much again for all your donations and for spreading the positive light.
You know, Deborah, a lot of people in the Zoom room have been asking about the replays. We've done 38 other shows. And one of the advantages to registering with us is that you then, every Monday morning, Deborah sends out an email that's got the replay of the show that just took place. But you also then can access all 38 previous shows. And there's so much gold. I spent most of this week, or a lot of this week, going through and looking at all the incredible footage of amazing speakers, amazing musicians, magic from our previous shows. And there's just so much wisdom, so much inspiration. So definitely make sure you register, and thank you for your donation as you do register. It really makes a big, big difference for us. So thank you. And once again, I wanted to thank Jay Mayer and Light Touch. And here's a video to tell us a little bit more about the magic of Light Touch. Create peace in the world by creating peace in our relationships. And Light Touch is the most powerful, simple practice that can help us to calm our own nervous system and be ready to really connect. Even when somebody is throwing something difficult at you, even when somebody is off center, Light Touch helps me to get centered, to remember that great spirit is flowing through me, to feel my connection to the earth, to feel my connection to my heart. I've also witnessed how Light Touch has helped so many couples go from being angry, hurt, and aggressive to gently reconnecting. It's a beautiful way to reconnect. So please, take a look, go down to our website, and discover how Light Touch can support you and your relationships. And thank you for watching.
Divine Appointments.
So I really want to make sure everybody catches that. You can get a free 15-minute consultation. You just go to Light Touch, you fill out a very short little questionnaire, and that's where you can register to get a free consultation and learn how you can apply Light Touch to your life. Also, Jay Mayer, I'm going to briefly put the spotlight on Jay just to acknowledge him. There he is, all dressed up most magically. Thank you, Jay. He's offering something very special. He's offering one special invocations for only $1. $1. And tell us a little bit about that. They go to Light Touch and they can get invocations that normally are much, much more for just $1. Tell us about that for a second, Jay.
Well, Light Touch invocations, that's what Light Touch is about. Invoking is calling, the beneficial forces into our lives. It's the law of attraction. It's the magic of who we are, working for us and not against us. So this is a real opportunity because, I'll probably do the same thing next year, but some of our programs are going to go for hundreds of dollars. The Exponential Financial and Heal Your Marriage with love coaches, helping people, in whatever ways. So this is a special offering, and we're just getting started. We're going to have lots of really cool things, feather wands for sale for initiating light touch, and it's a lot of fun. And you can get great benefit. Do not be deceived by the price tag.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Jay. Thanks for offering that. It's very, very generous of you. All right. It's time for some music. He's been waiting for us for quite a while. He is one of our favorite musicians. He's like a house musician, to be honest. Those of you who know the show and watch this, you know Cornflower. Any of you watching for the first time, and I see we have a lot of first timers, you are in for a treat. We love Cornflower. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Scott and Deborah, and thanks to everybody who's tuning in and supporting from across the world. It's an honor to be here. The song I'm going to play is a song called You Are the Medicine, and I hope you enjoy it.
Everywhere, it's not the things you wear.
you. We can bow our heads and everyone will see it's true. Yes, it's true. Yeah, yeah. You are the message that's been sent here. Heal the world with your love. Oh, you are the message that's been sent here. Heal the world with your love. You're so magnificent, the way your love's a present that you can bring everywhere you go. My love is effervescent, and it is such a blessing that you can heal everyone you know. Say, my family, will you let it flow? You gotta open up your heart and soul, because the world and everyone you know, they really need your medicine right now. I know you feel it, power emanating from your spirit. The medicine so powerful, you know you got to give it. Like the present, don't hesitate or wait too long to live it. Now's the moment, just keep your love flowing like the waves upon the ocean. You're the potion here to bring a love divine, an antidote to counteract the poison of the mind. So open up your book and let the pages unfold. Don't leave your story untold. You are the message that's been sent here. Heal the world with your love. Oh, you are the message that's been sent here. Heal the world with your love. When we expand our awareness into every cell, we awaken the light. Our presence evokes to all those who surround the light inside. Our presence allows doorway to consciousness, deeper than you can go, bigger love can exist. Oh, you are the message that's been sent here. Heal the world with your love. Oh, you are the message that's been sent here. Heal the world with your love. With your love, with your love, with your love, now with your love, with your love, with your love, with your love, now with your love, with your love, with your love, with your love, now with your love, with your love, with your love, with your love, now with your
That's why we have him on the show as often as we do. Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you all.
Hey, everybody. I want to encourage everyone to go to his website, cornflowermusic.com. Just like it sounds, cornflowermusic.com. And we're going to actually close tonight's show with Cornflower taking us on a very, very special journey.
And I just want to say one thing, Scott, is I still have that 15% off at my store, SNA Holidays, all one word. So if you go to my store on my website, you type in SNA Holidays at checkout, and you'll get 15% off your order, just for you guys.
All right, cool. So just go to the store, and it's, say it one more time, it's SNA.
SNA Holidays. SNA Holidays.
Fantastic. Thank you, Cornflower. Looking forward to
Thank you all.
what you're going to do with us this evening.
I am stoked. Thank you.
Close out the show. That's right. So everybody, you're going to want to stay tuned for the very end of the show. We've got Deepak Chopra and a Cornflower musical journey. And what do we got coming up next? Who's our next video?
Another amazing woman. This has been so great, the powerful women we have had on our show. Lynn Twist has been known for 40 years as an evolutionary. And many of you know her from Pachamama and from The Soul of Money and many other works. She's been around the world helping poverty, of course, the indigenous people. And what's really beautiful about our show is we get to comment on the pulse of the times. And that day that she was on, Ruth Bader Ginsburg had passed. And so she got to honor her. And so this is a clip of Lynn with her very heart share for the times and what she wanted to share.
Well, it's always a joy to join you on Saturday nights. I love that you do this every Saturday night. It's a huge accomplishment. I mean, it's complicated. So many speakers, musicians, the technology, and then putting the word out so that you have hundreds of people in the Zoom room and thousands of people on Facebook. I just need to say how, I know we all are learning about how to build community this way, given that we can't gather physically, but you're doing a really beautiful job. And I've been on your program several times, and I was just present to what it takes, the kind of humility and responsibility and peacefulness, actually, centeredness it takes for you, Deborah, and you, Scott, and all the people that I don't know their names, or maybe I do, but I'm not. I represent. I want you to know that for me, you represent a community of deep, peaceful communication and communion, which is really what this whole evening is about. The music gives you that sense of being in communion, listening to Daniel, listening to Larissa, listening to incredible speakers. Carolyn Mace is one of my all-time favorite people. It's a real gift to be part of this. And the way that you weave it into a tapestry of voices and sounds and feelings, and there's like a vibration coming through the screen. So I just want to start by thanking you. It's just great to be part of it. And I love that you asked me to come back and come back again and come back again. So I'll just say a few things, because so many beautiful things have already been said that I would just underline and highlight. If I had a highlighter and an underliner, I would do that, or italicize them, bold them like you do when you're writing on the screen. I think that here we are having this evening the day after Ruth Bader Ginsburg has left this world, left the world that we inhabit physically. And I think it's so beautiful. First of all, I'm sad that she's gone, but I also think it's so beautiful that she left at sunset on Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the High Holy Days. I'm not Jewish, but I'm aware that her leaving that moment, sunset, on the High Holy Days, which are all about atonement, which is actually at one-ment, is a sign that she is passing a very powerful torch to all of us here. Whether you knew much about her or didn't, you can feel in the enormous accolades and outpouring of love, and people lighting candles in front of courthouses all over the United States right now. people going into deep meditation and prayer, so that the legacy that she created for women and for all people is that that mantle, that legacy, that baton is passed, that torch is passed to all of us. And so I just wanted to say that tonight, being here with you is like me going to the courthouse, which many people have done tonight, to honor her life and to make that statement that we will carry on the work of extending rights to all human beings. And I'm going to include animals and plants and trees and all living things, as she so brilliantly, as an attorney and then a judge and then a Supreme Court icon, did everything that you needed to do what would make everybody have the opportunity to live a healthy and productive life. And that is the foundation of peace. Actually, I heard someone say, and I don't know who to quote on this, but I love this, that peace is not the absence of war. War is the absence of peace. We go to war when we're not peaceful. So where we need to, and we're at war right now in the United States. We're at war with one another. We're at war with our government. We're at war in the streets. We're at war in our hearts and souls. We're troubled. We're scared. There's so many breakdowns. There's so much to handle. There's so many things that are uncertain. And what we need to do to bring to that state of uncertainty is peace, is peace. So I love that this is the theme tonight.
Yeah. Thank you, Lynn. All right. So the next video we're going to show is of Howard Wills. Jay has been wonderful in making sure that every quarter we have a show on Indigenous elders. Every quarter we have a show on optimizing healing. And so when we had our quantum healing show, we actually brought Howard Wills on, and Howard's quite a character. And again, just over and over, we're hearing messages about love. And so Howard, we're going to see kind of his message. And then later on in the show, not tonight, but what he did was he actually did healing, spontaneous healing for members of our audience, which was really, really pretty amazing. So again, a big thank you to Jay Mayer for making this happen. And here is Howard Wills. Howard lives in Hawaii, by the way. I have had the good fortune to know him for quite a while. And again, it's pretty cool how we have people from all over the world who come on and join our show. So here's Howard Wills and a very important message.
We're all learning more and more about health as we go along on this planet. We're focusing on health and learning about health, and through modern medicine, through alternative, through all the different forms, sound healing, toning, all these things, massage, all the different forms of healing. And the whole thing is to help everybody, help each other and help everybody and get results, And so it's really a science of learning how to produce results and help people do better. And it's a learned thing. It can be kind of downloaded into you where you understand, and then you expand what you know as you go along and practice in your life. But we all have the ability to help ourselves. We actually all have the ability to help others and even help the plants and the animals and the earth and our environment and everything. Our thoughts are magnetic and they're powerful. Our words are magnetic and powerful. They're impulses, they're waves, and they affect reality. In physics, if you do physics experiments, you see that if you look at the subject, you're affecting it. If you touch the subject, you affect it. If you think about it, you affect it. And if you speak about it, you affect it. So in essence, you can use all these aspects of life and creation, thought, word, and deed, to manifest healing in our lives. And peacemaking is one of the best things because it's basically usually negative energy that's creating the trouble for us in our lives. So if we can just like a little bit of ho'oponopono, I apologize. Please forgive me. I'm sorry that I offended you. I'm sorry that I hurt you. Please forgive me, and I forgive you. And let's forgive ourselves. And then we're creators, and we need to own up to it and face up to it, and then start taking a little responsibility for what we're creating. Now, it's true that we're kind of like a program when we're born, but you can start freeing yourself of a program and become more of a free program. Free, filled with light, love, life, the things that you'd like in your life. So see what you want in your life. See it. Feel what you want in your life. Feel it in your body. And live your life. And these things will come to you. And, after the peacemaking, probably maybe the most powerful thing that we can do is learn to love everything. Love everything. Every day, all day long. Wake up in love. Go to sleep in love. Love the trees, love the birds, love the flowers, love the stars, love the universes, love everything. Love your fellow man, your fellow woman. Love everything. Everything that can be throughout all universes. Love. And when you start sending your love to everything, I love you. Just send your love to everything. Everything sends its love back to you. If you send your love to all universes and all stars and all life forms throughout all space, time, and dimension, you're getting it back from all that. And what will that do for you? It will enhance your life and build the love in you and build your health. Happy people are healthy people. Free people are healthier people. So we can free ourselves through peacemaking. Peacemaking. Get into the love. The more you love, the better you're going to do. The more you love, the healthier you're going to be. Just go outside and start loving the trees and love the clouds and love the wind and love the earth and love the birds and love the oceans and love the mountains, love everything. Practice love. You start practicing that love, your life is going to get better and better and better and better. And then whatever you focus on is going to start manifesting. And one little thing that I could recommend, don't have 50 or 100 things that you want. Limit your wants to no more than 4 things. Bring it down, good health, good relationships, success in life, and then whatever else you want. 4 things. And then things will manifest rapidly, quickly, powerfully. It'll blow your mind.
That Howard, he's great. He's really a lot of fun. It's kind of interesting because he's talking about manifesting. And again, remember, you want to definitely join us next week, because next week we're going to set the table for really helping all of us to manifest at a very, very high level. So definitely make sure you join us next Saturday night for our manifesting show. And here is the queen of manifestation. Let me tell you, Deborah Juice.
Thank you, Scott. And we are going to keep this love fest going with music, with, again, another song from the wonderful Larissa Stroh and her partner, Ben. So Larissa, can you come on and give us some more love through music?
Hello, Deborah. Thank you, sweetheart. I invite everyone to take a deep breath with me and to drop into your body and to drop into your heart. This is a song that honors, brings in that love in every moment. We start off by singing Om Mani Padme Hum, which is a Tibetan Buddhist mantra, brings into our heart center. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. How beautiful you are, just like a shooting star. You're lighting up my sky, Guru life. Threads of sorrow and threads of light, weaving one become butterfly. Let them go and watch them fly, Guru life. I am here to love you. I am here to love you. Make you remember when you forget. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Make me remember when I forget. We all forget. Colored glass and rosaries. If this life is but a dream, will you roll this boat with me, Guruji? I am here to love you. I am here to love you. Make you remember when you forget. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Make me remember when I forget. Radha, Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Sita, Sita, Rama, Rama, Yesu, Yesu, Mary, Mary, Shiva, Shiva, Shakti, Shakti, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Sita, Sita, Rama, Rama, Yesu, Yesu, Mary, Mary, Shiva, Shiva, Shakti, Shakti, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Make me remember when I forget. I'm here to love you. I'm here to love you. Make you remember when you forget. Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Hum.
I love you too so much.
We love you, Scott.
God.
We love you.
Hey, everybody. Definitely, if you haven't registered yet, go to Facebook. And most of you are watching us on Facebook, whether you're live or they're watching the recording. And then go into the search bar and put in Larissa's Shakti Love Warriors. That'll take you and you can join her group. It's free. And she's doing this amazing thing every day at 11 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time. And it's a gift. And there's just such a blessing to tune into her and all that she is doing to create community. And I noticed that, there's on her announcements, you can see some of the previous things that they've had. They have amazing people coming on. God bless you both so much for all that you're doing to keep the vibe high, to keep us in our hearts. Thank you.
It is our pleasure. I think that we're all feeling called to do that. It's like all of us are feeling that this is the time, right? This is a time for all of us to step up, all of us that can feel what an epic there's like so much of an opportunity to dive into those deeper places right now. It's like being in winter, right? Like we're physically in winter, but we're also in the winter in a sense of humanity right now, of that deeper retreat that's asking us to connect with spirit and be so much more compassionate with ourselves and with each other, and to really get that, we've been talking the talk for a long time, but now it's like, okay, this is the time. This is a time for us to really walk it. Like, what does that mean? What does it mean to be that compassionate and that accepting, of who we are, that radical self-acceptance, so we drop into that place of love. So thank you, Saturday Night Alive, for giving this beautiful forum, bringing us all together, giving us this opportunity to drop into our hearts together and to support each other.
Oh, thank you.
And thank Benj.
Ben Rock. Thank you, Benj.
He's always backing us up, always. That's and right. Always.
Just doing my job.
Great
Does an awesome.
There's got to be a Benj.
Yes, absolutely. That is so true. And I'm so grateful. So grateful.
Happy New Year to both of you. And I sure hope you come back on next year sometime, next winter with us. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we want to thank, there's been a bunch of people that have signed up tonight for our Love Warrior group. So
last time I checked, it was 25.
Yeah. So we had 25 people from tonight. So that's awesome. And everybody who joins tonight, know when you're dropping into the mantra with us, with the different people who are leading every morning. I lead once a week, but there's more than six other people. No matter if you drop in tomorrow, starting with the 40-day mantra, you can continue that. Keep it going. So just because you didn't start at the beginning of our 40 days doesn't mean you can't start tomorrow with us. We'd love to have you.
All right. So everybody go to Facebook, Larissa Stowe, Love Warriors, and join. I'm going to follow up on something she was talking about that's really true. I run the Love Coach Academy, and we have dozens of love coaches, and we have all been very, very busy since COVID hit, because so many of the things that we've been like to do for entertainment is gone. No concerts, no festivals, no conferences, no sporting events. Here in California, most restaurants, clubs, bars are all closed. We can't even go to the movies. That's why we started Saturday Night Alive, to provide people with entertainment and inspiration. But a sad truth is that people that are single are feeling lonelier than ever before. And people that are in relationship are struggling in their relationships more than ever before. And so if you're single and you're wanting to get more support, or if you're in relationship and you're wanting to get more support, I want to invite you. This is something we've been offering. Love Coach Academy is offering free 15-minute kind of discovery sessions where we hook you up with a love coach. Now, what happens is you go to lovecoachacademy.com. That's our website, lovecoachacademy.com. And right away, you'll see there's this little, little doodad that comes down, and you click it. And that's how you fill out our survey. And by filling out the survey, which only takes about 2 minutes, we learn about you, whether you're single or in relationship. And then once we learn about that, you're married, you're in a committed relationship, it's complicated, you're in an open relationship, whatever. You fill it out, we continue, and we learn more about you and what you're looking for and the breakthrough you want to have. And then we connect you with the right love coach, the love coach that specializes in whatever you're looking for. If you're single and you're wanting to heal from the pain of that last relationship, or you're not sure how to reach out, we've got people to support you. If you're in a new relationship, we've got someone to support you. If you're in a long-term relationship that's gone stagnant, or you're in difficult patterns, we've got someone to support you. So please take advantage. Go to lovecoachacademy.com, fill out our survey. It's free, and you're going to get a free 15-minute discovery session with a wonderful love coach. It's our gift to you. All right, to introduce our next amazing video clip, here's Deborah.
Thank you, Scott. Yes, another incredible woman. Carolyn Myss has been with us several times. She's a 5-time New York Times bestseller author, internationally renowned speaker in the fields of human consciousness, spirituality, mysticism, health, energy medicine, science of medical intuition. She's come on our show and she's been able to really speak to the pulse of what's happening now. And we just love her. And here she is again, Carolyn Myss.
And it wasn't until I really started to look at why people don't heal, and then why don't people heal, and then how can people heal, and until my life took a journey into the nature of the soul, until I looked at the significance of now, of this time we're living in a huge cosmic way, the profound significance of what it is to be alive now, the privilege it is to be alive even in this chaos, but especially in this chaos, to understand that a bio-spiritual ecological theology is being born. And it is one in which the question of peace, why is peace so difficult? Why, when all these years of teaching, and I have asked people, what is it you're seeking? And they'll say, I'm seeking peace. I'd like my life to be more peaceful. Why is that so difficult? Why has that been such a hard, such a goal that is so way out there, when in fact, if we treasure love and peace so much, why are those the two things that send us into therapy? Why are those the two things that have us forever in despair? And I finally realized that the task comes down to becoming a perfectly healthy you. That peace is not a matter of an issue out there. There'll always be issues out there. always. My background is in theology and in military history, the study of war and the study of God. And I've concluded that we all go to war at some point. We go to war with ourselves, we go to war with others, that conflict is in our DNA, and that we have to resolve conflict within ourselves. We have to take ourselves on. That in order to create peace, we have to first settle why we create conflict within ourselves, within a relationship, within the relationships of those we love. Why we have to win at all costs, why we have to get that last word in, why we have to be right, why we have to, what we will risk for the sake of our ego. And at the end, if I had the time to take this all and give you a crash course on health, I would tell you that your body and your spirit, your whole bio-spiritual ecological system that is you, your microplanet, breathes together with the macro planet. And that one of the greatest health foods you can feed yourself toward peace and unity for everyone is humility, is to become a humbler person, is to decide this isn't worth a conflict. This isn't that important. I'm not that important. I'm to really humble up, to really begin to live a humble life on this earth. That is, for me, one of the true contributions to yourself, to your body, to your mind, to your inner world of what generates health and what generates peace and what generates tranquility in yourself and in how you see the world and in how you then treat others and how you respond to others. That this is the way in which we begin to generate an atmosphere of peace and tranquility around us, is by beginning to live in a more humble frame of mind that says, and to not fear being humiliated by following our soul's guidance.
Bless us all that we may have the wisdom to do that, to really be humble, to look at what is it within us that holds on to the argument, that holds on to the fight. Yes. I also, before our next piece, I want to thank Alan and Son, who provided some of the wonderful videos for us that you're watching. Also want to thank Ohantis, who did some of the editing for us, and also want to thank Jay Mayer, who did some of the editing for us. Putting this show together was a whole different type of project. So thank you, Jay. Thank you, Alan and Son with Virtual World Studios in Santa Cruz. And thank you, Ohantis, all the way out in Indonesia for all of your support. Thank you very much. All right, well, now this time we're going to bring Elisa back on. And the idea was that she was going to play another song. And she kind of, I went to her website and I saw this incredible, beautiful, amazing video that she had there. And so we kind of made a last minute decision. We're going to show this video and then we're going to talk to her a little bit about it. Where do you see it? It's just gorgeous. Here is Elisa Rose's video. And there we go. Queuing it all up. I can only queue it one at a time on these videos. Here we
love
go.
how this spontaneously came into being, Scott. So, yeah, this is
Wow. Wow. That was incredible.
Thank you so much.
You know, when I was in Maui leading a retreat, we had a day where we had a woman come and lead us on an eco-sensuality experience. And watching your video, I mean, it is the best video I've ever seen for exactly that, eco-sensuality.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way your hand looked on the redwood on the tree, you know, just. Now, how was that filming that? How was it filming all those scenes in the water? What was that like for you?
Oh, it was an amazing experience. The whole journey of creating that song. I actually wrote that song 13 years ago when I was falling in love for the first time. And it was this realization that I had, which was that the more I tried to hold on to what I thought it was or what I thought he was, that would only limit the fullness that he is and the fullness that we could experience. And so it was like this letting go but falling in love song. And you know, I created the video 10 years after I wrote it. It's been out for a while. And it was an amazing journey. Yeah, we filmed in Big Sur, and actually the underwater we did in a pool, because it's hard to do that clarity. And with those, it was in the winter when I was filming it too. It would have been really rough to do it in the ocean. But I still got really cold in those amazing dresses that Lily Blue designed specifically for the shoot. And Javiera Estrada is the name of the director. And she, it was just a whole team that came together to create it. And yeah, the eco-sensuality that you are speaking about, you know, it's like, I'm constantly amazed at the beauty that is here for us when I can slow down to just appreciate it. And that's where all of the, you know, somatic work of coming into the body, into the moment, that's where that you're seen in the dance. Like it's my practice, and it's like my body has become this bridge to the infinite. And the same is with nature. You get to see that in nature, everything is perfectly allowed to exist as it does, and there's no remorse when one thing transitions into the next, but it's all held. And I'm hoping to have more and more of that relationship with all of life, right? So.
Well, I want to just remind everybody that if you want to watch that video again or learn more about Elisa Rose, please go to her website, ELISA, Elisa Rose, ROSE.com. And remember that she guides people on amazing somatic journeys to connect to your voice, to connect to your body. So you can learn all about Elisa, watch this beautiful video, show it to your friends by going to her website. And I sure hope you'll come back and be on the show again in our new season. Is that a possibility?
I would love to, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Honored. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you, Elisa.
Oh, bless you all in this new year. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Aren't we blessed to just have such an amazing tribe of incredible people? And that includes all of you who are watching. Here's Deborah.
Thank you, Scott. So this is a very special part of the show where we're going to recommend some incredible resources for you, or virtual conferences, because there's so much of this happening now. What we want to recommend tonight is the health campaign. And this is actually a petition, takes 45 seconds to fill it out, to public officials calling for the inclusion of free and low-cost natural approaches to health that can help in the time of COVID. And I think a lot of us know that have practiced holistic medicines. There's a lot we can do to strengthen our immunity that's really not being addressed in this whole issue of dealing with COVID. And if we would do all the holistic practices to raise our vibration, strengthen our immunity, that would help everyone in this whole situation. So again, this takes 45 minutes to sign the health campaign, and we hope to get this in front of the public officials. If you can all sign this and also send it out, and I'm going to put it in the chat room so that you can take a moment to sign it now, and we're also going to have it in the replay email that will go out on Monday. It's called the Health Campaign. Take 45 seconds to sign. It will strengthen immunity, save lives, and restart the economy faster and safer. So check it out.
And again, this is a reminder for those of you watching on one of our other platforms, you can still join our Zoom room and then get all these links that Deborah is sending. So just go to globalpeacetribe.com and register. And now you can register for next season. So it's a really good time to join us. You know, when I was putting this show together, it was so hard picking and choosing because we've had hundreds of amazing presenters and musicians at this point. And so I chose a bunch, and we're already over time. So I realized that we're going to need to show more. So I mentioned to you earlier, and some of you know, I have a show every Sunday morning called Sacred Sundays with Scott and Friends. And so tomorrow I'm going to show some of the amazing video highlight clips that we didn't have time for tonight. Otherwise, we'll be here until 11 o'clock in the evening. So I just want to encourage everybody to join us or join me tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Pacific time. You can watch live on Facebook, or if you want to come into my Zoom room and kind of comment on it, after tonight's show, I will post this poster and the Zoom room link, and you can actually come on in and watch it with me. But I'll be showing clips of John Gray, more Marianne Williamson. I'm going to have her lead tomorrow's meditation. Krishna Das doing a beautiful chant. Eden Amadora, an extraordinary up-and-coming voice. Andrew Harvey, who really what he shared, I think, was probably the most important message for me of everything we've done all year long. But it's long, it's 12 minutes, so we didn't have time for it tonight. And then our good, beloved brother, Mark Sims. So join us tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning for Sacred Sundays for more video clip highlights from the past year. And I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much. You know, we really have a lot of fun with this show. And one of the things that, as we've mentioned, is all the new people we've discovered. And discovered this incredible group called OLOX. And they were on America's Got Talent. And we've had them on the show 3 times now. And in fact, I did an entire Sacred Sunday with the female, Zarina, that was one of the most popular Sacred Sundays we've done. It's gotten thousands and thousands of views. But here's when they were on America's Got Talent. And it's just really fun watching these 2 people that we got to know very, very well having a very special experience. Yep, they got 4 yeses on America's Got Talent and came back with, they've been on our show 3 times now. And also, I want to just kind of share that they had a little challenge with staying in the country. And so by being on our show, we signed an affidavit that they're going to be on they've been on our show in the past, they're going to be on again, and it helped them to stay in the country. And if you ever want to see the full 2-hour interview I do with Zarina, she's fascinating. Her story about coming from this little tiny Siberian town and what she's creating. And now they're creating an international music school and center for peace in Los Angeles. She's a remarkable human being. So these are the kinds of people that we find on Saturday Night Alive that we get to give voice to and help grow their lives and much more. So All right. I think we've got one more speaker to introduce, and he's one of our favorites. And tell us all about it. Here's Deborah.
Thank you, Scott. Definitely the last speaker is one of our favorites, and we're so honored to have him. Deepak Chopra, we call him the father of quantum healing, and he coined that phrase in the 80s. He is also a meditation teacher. He's authored over 90 books, and he was with us twice. We were so honored to have him with us. He always speaks so much wisdom that's very key to the times and to our whole holistic healing. So here's a clip we have for you now with Deepak Chopra.
Right now, what we have is an inflamed, toxic environment in the world. So inflamed minds, hostility, anger, resentment, grievances, inflamed brain, inflamed body, inflamed gene activity as a result of the disruption of the microbiome. And a mutation comes along and it devastates everything that's happening. The economic structures, national security, health, young people even getting infected. Looking at the data, it's very obvious. Looking at some of the computer modeling, it's very obvious that there is inflammation. And that's what we need to address. The old story is one of the inflamed humanity. The new story could be a more peaceful, just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world, but it depends on us. We have to tell the new story, and we have to execute the story into actuality. So this mutation is actually repairing the ecosystem. As we hide in our cages right now, back to our homes, the biosphere is repairing itself. The air is cleaner, the stars shining at night, even in Bangalore and Hyderabad. People are breathing in polluted cities. You can see the Himalayas from 500 miles away. Fish are returning to dead lakes. And I just read that the bees are back. You know, the bees were almost going to be extinct, and they supply 90% of our nutrition, vegetables, fruits, all through pollination through the ecosystem. They're back. The bees are back, which means climate change is reversible. We also saw the oil price fall to less than zero, which means an oil-free economy is possible. So through the last 100 years, anytime there's been a crisis, pandemics, depression, economic disasters, there's something new that has emerged. World War I, Great Depression, AM radio. World War II, atomic weapons, unfortunately, but then TV. 1990, after the economic depression, we had the internet. 2000, same time as 9/11, around the same time, the emergence of mobile phones, and then smartphones, and now all these technologies that we have, we can communicate together. A global brain is being born, and a new story is emerging. Our old story is unfortunate, and it's been being recycled for thousands of years. COVID-19 is the latest story. Now we have riots all over the world, especially in America, but there's war, there's terrorism, there's ethnocentrism, there's racism, there's bigotry, there's hatred, and national leaders across the globe are gangsters. So that story does not work anymore. We need a new story. And it's up to us to create that new story. A story that begins by deep listening to each other, a story that involves emotional intelligence, emotional freedom, emotional relationships that embody empathy, compassion, love, kindness, empathy, and joy.
We're live on Facebook. Hello,
expansion
Facebook
of
friends.
our
I'm
awareness
Love Coach
of who
Scott
are
Thomas,
we beyond
and welcome
our
to Secret
appearance,
Sundays
beyond our
with
color,
Scott and
beyond our
friends.
nationality, beyond our religion. It needs expansion in the direction of insight, intuition, imagination, inspiration, but also execution. A new story requires love in action, because love without action is meaningless, and action without love is irrelevant. But when you have love and action together, you can create a new story, and it better be a love story. It also means taking responsibility, having integrity, having respect for each other, having authenticity, having a higher calling. It also requires what we call, since Scott mentioned, somebody mentioned spontaneous fulfillment of desire, it requires understanding of what is called synchronicity, or the entanglement of sensations, images, feelings, thoughts that we actually use to create stories. The raw material of experience is just that: sensations, perceptions, images, feelings, thoughts. That's the raw material of all experience, all human experience. But to be human is also to have a story.
Well, we are winding up. I did find, I'm going to put it into the chat box. I did find the link to the video that I did with Serena, and I do encourage people to go watch it. So I just put it into the chat box. And you know, you can find the replays to any of the Straight Talk shows, Saturday Night Alive shows, or Sacred Sundays by going to the Love Coach Academy page on Facebook. You got to kind of scroll down, but then you'll see all of the different shows that we provide. So that's kind of pretty cool. We're going to wrap up in a moment with a amazing musical offering from Cornflower. Before we say our goodbyes, I want to play one more light touch video. Again, I want to thank Jay for sponsoring tonight's show, and he's bringing us 5 more shows in the winter season. So we're really grateful for that. And here's just a little bit about light touch.
Right now, what we have is an inflamed, toxic environment in the world.
Chopra.
So inflamed minds, hostility, anger, resentment.
This is the video we want to show. There we go. So you might be wondering, well, what does that beautiful psychedelic music have to do with light touch? Well, light touch is all about awakening the senses and appreciations. He loves the angels, and the angels love Jay. He's definitely a blessed man. And a lot of what we do in light touch, because we do it twice a day as a group, in the mornings and the evenings. If you want to join us, just go to lighttouch.me and you can find out about that. We bless each other, we bless ourselves, and we really drop into gratitude and appreciation. So it's very much about gratitude, appreciation, and fun, just like that video. So thank you again, Jay, for light touch. going to put the spotlight on you just for a second. There he is, that magical man who changes costumes. I tell you, he changes costumes more than Carmen Miranda. Every time I look, he's got a different look going on. Thanks, Jay. And speaking of appreciations, thank you, Deborah, for everything you do to make this show happen. Any final words you'd like to offer before we turn it over to Cornflower?
Yes, thank you for everyone that registered tonight. We see your registrations coming in and your donations. Thank you so much. It really helps us to produce the show. And thank you, Scott, because this was your brainchild to do this at the end of the year and put together all these special clips. And it's been really fun to see what's been accomplished with Saturday Night Alive and all the beauty and all the wisdom and all the love. So thank you.
You know, it has been a different show tonight. So I'm going to gallery view with the few people that we had. You know, usually we have like 15 people on the panel. But a big thank you to Elisa Rose for your beautiful music and your video. Larissa Stowe, the composer of our theme song. Jay Mayer, who makes it all happen. And now we're going to conclude by going on to a musical journey with Cornflower. And so I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, but I know it's going to be magical and wonderful. So I see we still have over 200 people in the Zoom room. We've got thousands watching on Facebook, and all of you watching the replay. Cornflower, take us away.
Thank you all again for including me in this incredible journey. And the song that I'm going to create live, I've never done before. And so your attention and intention helps co-create this music. And so we're just going to drop in together and see where it takes us. So sending all my love. You know, the 2020, 2021 years, Gregorian calendar, it's all real because we make it real. We've collectively agreed to these transitions and dates and times. But that just shows the power of how we can collectively agree on something and make it so. So let's make peace and joy and inspiration and gratitude and love and creation from our hearts be our collective agreement now. And so let's let this music just spread out into the world. Here we go.
Oh.
Don't
Oh,
everybody.
brother. Wow. Thank you for blasting us off in such an incredible way. I love you so much, Cornflower. Everybody, you can find
Love
out
you too,
all about
brother.
it. Cornflowermusic.com. Cornflowermusic.com.
Thank you again, Scott and Deborah. And yeah, everybody remember 15% off SNA holidays, all capitals, when you're checking out. And again, it's such an honor to get to be a part of this and to co-create this beautiful moment with you all. And Larissa and Elisa, all of the magic and that you've put together, Scott and Deborah and Jay. Thank you so much, Jay, for all that you do for this. And such a gift, such an honor.
Oh boy. All right. Thank you. I hope to see, and thank you, Elisa, for sticking around, and Jay, of course.
Yeah.
I sure hope to see all of you tomorrow for Secret Sunday. If you enjoyed tonight, we've got more amazing video clips tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Pacific time. And I just put the Zoom room into the chat box for everybody. So you can come into the Zoom room tomorrow morning or watch us live on Facebook. And of course, we'll see all of you next Saturday night, January 2nd, for Saturday Night Live, as we really drop deep into manifesting in the new year. Thank you, Cornflower, Elisa, Jay, Larissa, Deborah. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas. We love you, and Happy New Year, everybody.